David says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Ainheya, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up their hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so.
Across the Narrow. The power of ice. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon Shiva's essence. Attuning with Shiva not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new हमेशा same चीज़ है. Shiva's feat Cold Snap can be used to swiftly move left, right, forward or back to either dodge attack or close in on an enemy. Basically ये उसी की तरह है, क्या बोलते हैं, इफ्रीत के हमले की तरह ही है. चलो.
I should visit Joshua, assuming Talia will allow it.
Oh fuck, no. New quest available थी के पास certain quest के लिए पहले ही कर लेना चाहिए था मुझे. यानी कौन से quest में कर पाऊँगा, कौन से नहीं कर पाऊँगा. ब्लैक हैमर के पास नया क्राफ्टिंग रेसिपी है, बहुत अच्छा. कितने सारी चीजें हैं यार, नोटिसेस. सेव करता हूँ पहले. शिवा चैनल्ड. अब बस एक बचा है, ओडिन. सेव करता हूँ. काफी साइड क्वेस्ट है. एक्चुअली देखता हूँ कितने हैं सब कुछ मिला के.
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
Yes, I do.
Look.
इसमें बस एक है, ठीक है. इसमें भी एक. यहाँ पे 3 है. तो पूरा मिला के 5.
Always something in there.
हाइडवे के बाहर 5 है. हाइडवे के अंदर 1 2 3. ओ बाप रे बाप. 1 2 3 4 और पता नहीं यहाँ पे कितने होंगे. कम से कम 5. और उनमें से 3 चलो. ड्रिफ्ट शुरू हो गई यार इसकी. 3 प्लस वाले हैं जो मुझे मदद करेंगे. इसकी ड्रिफ्ट शुरू हो गई है सही में.
How are you doing?
थर्ड भाई स्ट्रीम में स्वागत है. इस बंदे से बात नहीं करना था. ये कंट्रोलर के साथ भी मेरा ड्रिफ्ट शुरू हो गया. वैसा चल रहा है. Talisman of Climbing. Enclosed you will find an item of high and strange order, one of which I require neither thanks nor recompense. One for which. Consider a reminder for where royalties are best placed.
All yours.
मुझे लगता है इससे खरीदे हुए एक साल से थोड़ा ज़्यादा वो होगा इस कंट्रोल को खरीदे हुए. ऑलरेडी ड्रिफ्ट शुरू हो गया. चलो उतना प्रोमिनेंट नहीं है कम से कम.
Right, Clive. Blackthorne told me you helped him out again. Tough for that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
worried about him. And you want my advice?
Afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorne, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorne opens up when you're around, I thought maybe
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
ब्लैकस्मिथिंग ब्लूज देखते हैं इस बार क्या मिलेगा ये इसकी मदद करने से.
How do you split the sea, you reckon? I reckon we're better off not knowing.
ये मैं नहीं हिल रहा हूँ, ये पूरा ड्रिफ्ट है. ऐसे क्या खेल रहा आजकल श्री भाई?
It's a wonder they can still walk.
It's a wonder they made it back at all. I heard Odin was there.
Come back.
Doom Eternal, अच्छा गेम है.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of pepio nuts and all.
Thin these days.
Oh, what do you expect? Farmers are abandoning their fields and traders their roots. Most of what we have now comes from here in the hideaway.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Oh, ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorne. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together, back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Vast has improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorne? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the Fields of Corava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorne don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
नहीं यार
We've run out of pepio nuts and all.
यार इतना इरिटेटिंग होता है यार जब ये ड्रिफ्ट होने लग जाता है कंट्रोलर. मैं ये लेफ्ट की तरफ मैं नहीं मूव किया, ये कंट्रोलर हुआ. कहाँ पे जाना है इसका? Fields of Corava तो ये है ना? अब यहाँ से ही शुरू करना है. यार ये देखो ड्रिफ्ट हो रहा है. ये ड्यूल शॉक 5 है, बल्कि ये मेरा दूसरा ड्यूल शॉक 5 है. ये मेरा पहले वाला भी ड्रिफ्ट का इश्यू हो रहा था, जिसकी वजह से मुझे नया खरीदना पड़ा था. और ये भी थोड़ा ड्रिफ्ट होना शुरू हो रहा है.
Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorne.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you asked so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just don't go starting anything with the chief.
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Much obliged.
So this is Dravozd. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it. He'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
The forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
इसके बाद थोड़ा स्टार वॉर्स जेडाई का थोड़ा बचा वो ख़त्म करूँगा PS5 में. उसके बाद रेजिडेंट इवल 3, रेजिडेंट इवल 4 वो सारे मैं PC में खेलने वाला हूँ. रेजिडेंट इवल 2 पहले स्ट्रीम करता था PC में वो भी.
He's helping the chief with something very important. You go back inside now.
Speak with Zoltan. ओह यहाँ पे ये मिल जाता है इधर से सदर्न वेलक्रॉय डेजर्ट से.
Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorne's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did? Fuck! We're getting nowhere! These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless!
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorne. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here. And neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
Please, Chief, you've got to do something. If this keeps up, we'll be ruined.
Mama?
एक मिनट से बात कर
Fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut your hole. The Chief will think of something.
रजिस्ट्रेशन का कहीं ना कहीं तो होगा यहाँ पर ही पास में, हैदराबाद में हूँ, ढूंढना पड़ेगा कहाँ पर है पर इसका सिर्फ 1 साल की वारंटी होती है अगर मैं गलत नहीं हूँ ये कंट्रोलर की, और 1 साल से ज़्यादा तो हो ही गया है इसका.
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
As a personal favor to him, yes.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravozd. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are 2 kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravozd in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravozd prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive. Dravozd won't last long without its furnaces. So, do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it, it's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorne. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest. And you'd be throwing it away.
All right. Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing. Dravozd will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or 2 with you, August.
All right, then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the Fields of Corava.
Time for a spot of hunting, then.
Sid tried all sorts of leather to make those bellows, but salamander skin was the only kind that worked. Luckily for all our sakes, salamanders aren't too hard to find around these parts.
चलो जाके थोड़े salamander को मारते हैं.
Blackthorne's got some nerve coming back here.
अब जब नए कंट्रोलर बोल रहे हैं तो ये PS5 के कंट्रोलर में मैग्नेटिक जॉयस्टिक आ रहा है या फिर थर्ड पार्टी नए जो कंट्रोलर्स आते हैं? रुकना, इसके पास में कहीं और है ना, ऐसे ही जाना होगा. मैंने किया था, अगर मैं गलत नहीं हूँ, ये पहले ही पूछ लिया था श्री के बारे में कि कोई स्ट्रीम करते हैं कि नहीं, और ढूंढा भी था शायद. एक बार फिर से चेक करना होगा. यूजुअली मैं हमेशा पूछता हूँ लोगों जो स्ट्रीम में आते हैं कि कोई यूट्यूब चैनल है कि नहीं, याद रहता है तो, और फिर उनके यूट्यूब चैनल में जाके सब कर देता हूँ. Three things you liked and disliked in Final Fantasy 16. 3 चीज़ें. हाँ, एक चीज़, स्टोरी बहुत अच्छी लग रही है मुझे, कॉम्बैट बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, और वॉइस एक्टिंग भी बहुत अच्छी है. 3 चीज़ें ये हैं. दूसरी चीज़ है जो पसंद नहीं आई, स्टार्टिंग के साइड क्वेस्ट बहुत ही खराब थे. इसे आ देता हूँ. और ओह शिट शिट शिट, और मेन स्टोरी की एक और चीज ये है कि मेन स्टोरी के अलावा ज्यादा कुछ यहाँ पे इसमें है नहीं. वो दूसरी चीज पसंद नहीं आई मुझे. एक और चीज, दो के सही बोलूं तो 2 से ज़्यादा मुझे दिमाग में आ रहा नहीं है जो मुझे पसंद नहीं आई है फाइनल फैंटेसी 16 में. दोनों इक्वल पार्ट्स में होना चाहिए. जैसे ये फाइनल फैंटेसी 16 क्या बोल रहा हूँ, दोनों कॉम्बैट और स्टोरी अच्छे हो तो मजा आता है सही में बहुत ही ज्यादा. एक एग्जांपल ले लो, ये 2018 वाला प्रिंस ऑफ पर्शिया जो था, उसका कॉम्बैट इतना बुरा बकवास लगा मुझे, मैंने बीच में ही बंद कर दिया था. मैं नहीं खेल पाया उसे सही में. स्टोरी मेरे हिसाब से अगर अच्छी भी नहीं हो, गेम प्ले हो तो मैं चलेगा मेरे लिए, और अगर स्टोरी हो तो वो और ऐड करता है गेम के लिए मेरे लिए. तो भाई ना भाई, स्ट्रीम में स्वागत है.
Some kind of new invention.
Good news, Clive. When I told people we'd be building them a new furnace, they were practically falling over themselves to help. Talk about changing their tune, eh?
Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
Some species of salamander want to shed their tails in order to escape predators. Alas, all those of sufficient size to provide the unblemished stretch of skin that Sid's bellows require have no predator but mankind and are disinclined to part with their appendage.
This should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight. You know what this means, don't you? I do, yeah. Dravozd is saved.
Sorry about earlier. I take back everything I said. That thing you've built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You've saved our village.
It's Blackthorne you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pit coal cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied Blackthorne. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravozd needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorne's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
Deliver the pit coal cinder to Blackthorne in the hideaway.
He's still explaining the ins and outs of the new forge, so I doubt we'll be going anywhere for a bit. No sense you waiting around anyway.
God of War Ragnarok. Yeah,
Blackthorne, is it? Never thought I'd see his face in Dravozd again.
I'll bet the blacksmiths will be queuing up to buy you a drink now. Reckon you might have saved this town and everyone in it.
चलो गॉड ऑफ वॉर रैग्नारॉक गेम प्ले में ज़्यादा चेंजेस नहीं थे उतने. एक वो जो नया स्पीयर था वो मुझे मज़ा आया इस्तेमाल करने में. सही में वो एक अच्छा एडिशन था गेम में. स्टोरी भी ठीक थी पर मुझे इनकम्प्लीट लगी. सही बोलूं तो काफ़ी स्टोरी लाइन से जो मुझे इनकम्प्लीट लगे गॉड ऑफ वॉर रैग्नारॉक में.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts and all.
Gentlemen, you both made it home in one piece?
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole went out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Sooty black shards recently removed from the equally sooty black depths of the Dravozd mines. Scattering them over a fire produces a hot crimson flame for which the effect substance has long been highly prized by desert fortune tellers looking to strike the fear of inferno into their superstitious clients.
Pick old cinder. How'd you come by this? And And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorne.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorne's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
क्या अनलॉक हुआ? A diagram detailing the steps to craft a belt to end all belts. Oh, Ouroboros. देखे तो ये कैसा है Ouroboros belt?
Trouble with your gear, or... Yeah.
Oh, the blighted thing flowed, didn't it? The weight of all that
shit
made had me knock out. I thought it would sink straight to the bottom. Always the way with Mid's invention though, isn't it? You ain't got a clue what the hell you're looking at when she hands you the design, but they always seem to work.
That one.
I write boil on the R's sometimes, but clever all the same. देखे तो एक मिनट.
Sancfordian, do you?
Ooh, 300, yes. और ये बना सकता हूँ मैं.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Ouroboros Auriculum चाहिए और Stone Tongue. Auriculum पता नहीं कहाँ से मिलेगा. इसके लिए भी Auriculum, Stain Loincloth और Bull Flower. वाह भाई वाह. काफ़ी चीज़ें चाहिए उसके लिए. पहले ये नीचे वाला कर लेता हूँ. उन्होंने कुछ ज़्यादा ही स्टोरी एक गेम में क्रैम करने की कोशिश की मेरे हिसाब से रैग्नारॉक में. इसकी वजह से इम्पैक्टफुल नहीं लगा उतना जितना लग सकता था. पर वो प्लान तो था 3 गेम्स बनाने का मेरे हिसाब से, पर उन्होंने फाइनल डिसाइड किया कि वो एक और गेम नहीं बनाएंगे, बस ये रैग्नारॉक के साथ ख़त्म कर देंगे. इससे अब क्या मिलेगा? फिर से और भी ज़्यादा इफेक्टिव मिल जाए तो मज़ा आएगा.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbols. I know, but hear me out. Morbols are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morbol vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morbol.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morbol, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
Please, sir, can I have some morbol?
Those who encountered this morbol in Rosaria claim it was as large as a house. Think of all the ether it must have consumed to attain such a prodigious size. Its vines will be bursting with untold vigor.
क्यों क्या हो गया भाई ना भाई? क्यों मन नहीं कर रहा है? तो स्ट्रीम नहीं करोगे क्या अब से? भाई मैं एक भी स्ट्रीम नहीं जोड़ पाया आपके. एक स्ट्रीम तो जोड़ने दो. चलो अभी हंट बोर्ड में एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी मार्बल को ढूंढना है. ऐसे पर समझ में आता है. मेरे ऑफिस में भी ना ये कुछ सुना था कि थोड़े टीम्स को पांचों के पांचों दिन ऑफिस बुलाने की बात चल रही है. हमारे टीम को नहीं पर थोड़े दूसरे टीम्स को. अगर मुझे भी पूरा पांचों के पांचों दिन ऑफिस बुलाया ना तो मैं बहुत हाई चांसेस है मैं भी स्ट्रीमिंग और ये यूट्यूब सब कुछ छोड़ दूंगा. थर्सडे फ्राइडे क्या बोलते हैं वर्क फ्रॉम होम होता है तो थोड़ा आराम भी मिल जाता है मुझे. वो अगर नहीं मिला तो मैं स्ट्रीम नहीं करूंगा. ओह इसके नेक्स्ट और एडवेंचर्स हो गए. Did I ever tell you about the time I flew all the way to the bottom of the Zemeckis basin?
What did you find down there?
A deeper understanding, Kupo. From the outside it seems so mysterious. Where does all the water go to, Kupo? Why does it never fill up and what's behind the waterfalls? Those were the questions I flew in to find the answers to, Kupo, but instead I found out something about myself. I can't swim, Kupo. I hear your brother isn't a fan of carrots, Kupo. If every carrot of Rosaria is anything like the one that just got posted on the board, I can see why, Kupo. Morbol. ये रहा Morbol. इन्हें नहीं मारा मैंने. Shit. चलो बाद में मार दूंगा. अभी के लिए इससे माना है. Carrot. If you should come across a red carrot protruding from the marshes of 3 reeds, do not attempt to pull it from the swampy soil. It is in truth another root vegetable entirely. An exotic species of morbol that uses a modified carrot vine as a lure to draw its prey close, before emerging from the earth and swallowing them whole. A cruel way for nature to turn these times of privation to her advantage. The Whispering Waters, 3 reeds. Marshes of 3 reeds. Whispering Waters कहाँ है अब? ये बिंग में यार कौन से एम्पायर में है पहले? रोजारिया में 3 reeds whispering कुछ ये गलत. थ्री रीड्स कहाँ हैं? विस्परिंग कहाँ है? कहीं भी नहीं दिख रहा मुझे. ये रहा 3 रीड्स. यहाँ पर ये गारंटीड यहाँ पे. बहुत अंटा भाई स्ट्रीम में स्वागत है. Assassin's Creed Black Flag 2010 में रिलीज हुआ था क्या? मुझे लगा था वो 2010 से पहले रिलीज हुआ था Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Ready go? Run like the wind.
ओके कहाँ पे जाना है अभी? यहाँ पे आगे ही जाके दाईं तरफ मुड़ना है मुझे. हाँ 2013 वो मुझे दिखा नहीं था वो लिस्ट में जो मैंने चेक किया था ऑनलाइन. अगर वो है तो वो भी मैं इंक्लूड करूँगा. वन ऑफ द बेस्ट Assassin's Creed गेम है ये ब्लैक फ्लैग. उसका शिप के साथ गेम प्ले इतना मज़ा आता था सही में. कैरेट रैंक बी. ओह शिट मैंने शायद गलती कर दी. यप डेफिनेटली गलती करी.
Could have been just any more, could it? All right then. Too slow.
और नहीं, आजा आजा. ये सब लोगों को जीटीए पसंद है पर मेरे अलावा. वो भी है, मुझे ज़्यादातर फैंटेसी और साईफाई गेम्स पसंद है. मैं ज़्यादातर वैसे टाइप के ही गेम्स खेलता हूँ, फैंटेसी साईफाई, और जीटीए ज़्यादा रियल लाइफ टाइप का है, तो मुझे कभी पसंद नहीं आया. मैंने खेला था GTA 3 या 4, पसंद करने की कोशिश की पर नहीं आया मुझे पसंद, सही बोलूँ तो. नहीं, आपको डूम इटर्नल डूम 1 से ज़्यादा पसंद आया? मुझे पहला वाला डूम ज़्यादा अच्छा लगा था, सही बोलूँ तो, डूम इटर्नल से. ये इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि डूम इटर्नल बकवास है, बस मुझे पहला वाला डूम ज़्यादा अच्छा लगा था. आजा. शिट. जा. जल्दी. मारते जाओ. सेकीरो पसंद आएगा तो वो वॉल्ट एंड द बाय का सेकंड फेवरेट गेम है सेकीरो. ब्लडबॉर्न के बाद. आपको ब्लडबॉर्न भी पसंद आया होगा फिर. नहीं, ब्लडबॉर्न थोड़ा अलग गेम है असल में सेकीरो से. उधर कैसे पहुंच गया ये? Oh shit! कहाँ पर? नहीं, इतना आसानी से नहीं मारने दूंगा मैं. Shit. इतना धीरे होता है यार ये. अरे ये डॉज सही टाइम पे डॉज नहीं कर पाया यार, वरना ये हो जाता. ये चल रहा है अभी, थोड़े साइड क्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ. ये पहला साइड क्वेस्ट शुरू किया मैंने वॉल्ट एंड द बाय. ओ नहीं. नीचे आ जा. हाँ, लगता है ये पूरा मॉर्निंग वाला तो एटलीस्ट साइड क्वेस्ट में ही लग जाएगा. बहुत ज़्यादा साइड क्वेस्ट हैं अभी, और प्लस थोड़े हैं जो मेरे गेम प्ले को भी बढ़ाएंगे. अगर एल्डन रिंग आपको पसंद है तो आपने ये वैसे सुबह एल्डन रिंग और सेकिरो के अलावा फ्रॉम सॉफ्टवेयर के कौन कौन से गेम्स खेले आपने? डार्क सोल्स खेला आपने? ओह नाइस. मारते जाओ इसे. लगभग 60,000 या मजा आ गया। ओ गलत बटन। आजा मेरी तरफ। अरे यार ये ठीक से डॉज नहीं कर पा रहा हूं मैं परफेक्ट डॉज। शिट। परफेक्ट डॉज नहीं करना है, बहुत अच्छा है। DST बेस्ट बॉसेस है तो बेस्ट गेम प्ले क्या है फिर? मार दिया मैंने देखा भी नहीं था। उसकी हेल्थ इतनी कम है मैंने ध्यान भी नहीं दिया। Morbol tendril. Extending from the underside of a morbol's body, these tendrils mainly serve the purpose of locomotion. When times are lean, however, they can also serve as temporary roots, drawing ethereal energies from the soil. It is said that a morbol only blooms once every 30 summers, and when it does, that the resulting flower emits such a noxious odor that flies, beetles, vultures, and other cravers of carrion are drawn from leagues around by the stench. The resultant convergence sees the flower pollinated and the morbol devouring those late to the festivities.
That was definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard.
DS2 ले लो जैसे मेरा कहने का मतलब DS2 में मैंने वॉल्टन भाई को खेलते हुए देखा था DS2। उसमें मुझे लगा था कि उस स्टैमिना कुछ ज़्यादा ही जल्दी ख़त्म हो जाती है और उसका जो क्या बोलते हैं हील करने का समय जो लेता है ना प्लेयर हील करने में एनिमेशन वो बहुत ही लंबा था। DS3 में मुझे वैसे नहीं लगा था और अगर मुझे याद है तो DS1 में भी उतना समय नहीं लगा था हील करने में। तो वो छोटे मोटे जो गेम प्ले वैसे डिफरेंसेस होते हैं ना तो उसकी वजह से आपको कौन सा डार्क सोल्स गेम है जो आपको गेम प्ले सबसे अच्छा लगा? ये छोटे मोटे क्या बोलते हैं क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ भी अगर इंक्लूड करो तो कौन से डार्क सोल्स गेम्स का गेम प्ले आपको सबसे अच्छा लगा था? ओह DS1 और 2 नहीं खेला, ओके। मुझे सही बोलूँ ना तो मुझे वैसे गेम्स ज़्यादा अच्छे लगते हैं जिसमें मैं जंप कर सकता हूँ। अगर जंप का ऑप्शन नहीं है तो गेम प्ले का थोड़ा कम हो जाता है मेरा मज़ा। सारे गेम्स में ऐसा नहीं है पर थोड़ा बहुत ऐसा है। मुझे जंपिंग पसंद है। एल्डन रिंग में जंपिंग है जिसकी वजह से वो डेफिनेटली मेरे लिए तो डार्क सोल्स से मुझे ज़्यादा अच्छा लगता। गॉड ऑफ वॉर 18 है इसलिए मैंने कहा सारे में नहीं ज़्यादातर। गॉड ऑफ वॉर 18 में चलता है मुझे फिर भी पसंद आया वो जंप ऑप्शन भले ही नहीं था।
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
Yeah. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality. If I can successfully graft this to the Morganbeards... When I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, I suspect the results will be immediate. I shall begin at once. It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil, how they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid, you've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this vial as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.
If adding the extract of Morgan beard petals to curative or performance enhancing potion increases their potency, then imagine what adding the extract of Morgan beard petals fortified with the vigor of a Morbol gripped with madness by 2. Potency maximized. बहुत अच्छे. You have obtained a file of invigorated Morgan beard extract, further increasing the potency of most consumables. Both potions and high potions now restore even more HP, while strength, stone skin, and lionheart tonics last even longer.
Allow me to thank you again, Master Sid. I do believe you have quite a knack for this sort of work. Should you ever grow tired of saving the realm, we would happily welcome your assistance here in the backyard on a permanent basis. I jest, of course.
चलो एक और हो गया और मेरे पोटेंसी बढ़ गई मेरे पोशंस की एकदम सही है.